Before I start this video, guys, I just want to wish my deepest thoughts and prayers and concerns on the late Justin Wilson, who just recently passed away on last Monday from a severe head injury, a pretty major severe head injury, and suffering a coma as well. He was not awake or alive, or awake or alert at the scene of the crash. And basically, what happened there? Sage Karam was leading at the Pocono Raceway on last Sunday's race, and just lost control of the car, got loose, coming down to the tunnel turn, and hit the wall. There was debris all over, and Sage Karam's front nose, hit Justin Wilson's head, like right on the top of his head, and there we just probably saw on live TV, he just crashed into the wall and head on, and that's what happened from there. I mean, there's nothing worse than to experience something like this. And might I say, I did attend this race, and there's nothing worse than you could feel like this. I don't think I felt this worse since probably Dan Weldon's death in 2011, or Hinchcliffe's major injury back in May. Just, I know people are talking about all the canopies and all that for the open wheel racing, but these drivers put their lives at this risk. Open wheel racing is far more dangerous than any kind of racing out there, from what we know. They definitely have the most, fatal accidents. I mean, this, of course, was not a fatal accident. Completely random, completely anonymous. This type of stuff can happen anywhere. There's no one to blame from this. And I'm just hoping IndyCar can just learn from this and just move on. I mean, I know it's going to be tough moving on for Badass Wilson, because he was much more than just, an everyday race car driver. He was not only just a hard, willing driver, but he was a gentle giant as well. This man might have been tall, but he definitely had a heart, especially for most of the fans out in IndyCar, especially those who are dyslexic. After Justin Wilson died, he donated his body to save 6 lives, and he also was a good spokesperson for for some sort of foundation for dyslexic people, because Justin Wilson is dyslexic. But Justin Wilson was just always one of those guys who was just a gentle giant. You just never saw, you always saw a grin on his face. He always had a smile, and Justin Wilson has been screwed around a lot of times from, he hasn't really had the best teams out there, but he managed what he can, driving for Dale Coyne Racing. He was managed to get 2 wins out of them, and same with, Newman Haas before they went downhill with the merge. But, he managed what he can, and, that's just what made Justin Wilson amazing. And plus, he was also very caring to not only the fans, but his family as well. But there is one thing I really have a lot of respect for. I'm just really glad to be in this racing community. I'm just glad the race community came together for this, especially Tony Stewart. Props to him, for what he did. And you guys probably know what he did as well with him donating one of his planes, to get Justin Wilson's family to go and see him before he passed away. But I met Justin Wilson for a good year or so now, and all the stuff everyone's talked about him. I can't agree more. He is such a nice guy. And I remember my last conversation with him. I was talking about his hero cards, and it was just so engaging, and it was always a pleasure talking to him. And he was kind enough, to sign my stuff and just to speak for me for a couple seconds. I don't think I'll ever forget that memory in my head. And the more I just think about it, the more I just get a little emotional from it, and I'm trying not to cry here, guys. But it's tough, Every time I just talk about that memory, it's worse for me. It's like I just lost a best friend. That's just how close Justin Wilson was toward his fans. But I hope we could just. I know this is going to take us a good while. for Justin Wilson, but at least he did what he can. He finally earned his goal, and he finally made a name in himself. But just I don't know what else to say. I'm just glad Justin Wilson had the ride of his life driving for Andretti. I'm sure it was an honor for him. But now he's gone, and he's in a much more better place, and that's all I'm just thinking about. Because if he would have been alive, he would have not been the same person. And I don't think his kids want to go through that. So if you guys do want to help out with Justin Wilson and his 2 daughters and his family and his his brother Stefano, just I'll provide all the information and the links and descriptions how you guys can help support Justin's family after this incident. But I'm not quite sure what else to say, guys, but we definitely lost a gentle giant like Justin Wilson. He's someone we will never forget, and but all of our consoles will be, toward him. But that's about it, guys. I'm not quite sure what else to say, but just I'm sorry about what happened with Justin Wilson. The bottom line is, open wheel racing is dangerous, and there are lives that will be risked. And unfortunately, Justin Wilson was just an innocent victim of this. We will never forget you, Wilson. Rest in peace, badass Wilson. Rest in peace, buddy.
You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some fried balls.
What's going on, NASCAR Diecast collectors and Diecast reviewers on YouTube? Welcome to another new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, hosted by me, Original Big Bri, as always. So this episode is going to be... excuse me, I have a little yawn. I'm doing this late at night, but like I said, this episode is going to be in tribute for Justin Wilson, and I hope you guys enjoyed that little tribute. That was not staged whatsoever. It was just my honest thoughts of what happened, and my deepest prayers for Justin Wilson after he passed away. But we're getting on with the NASCAR Diecast news, guys, as this episode is going to be for JW, and we got a lot of new stuff to talk about. But of course, we got to talk about, the following 3 that you guys all like: the newly released diecast from our good friends at Plain V Sales K-State Diecast, the newest pre-orders, which you got some more throwback cars, which are freaking awesome, and some more cancellations. Can't get any more better than that. And we do have some news. I'm sure Dave and Lynn's gonna love this, regarding what cars will be in for Wave 4 as Spin Master, even though Wave 3 has not even technically come out yet. So who knows? Maybe we'll see 2 waves coming out very soon. But we're gonna get to that info. And also, we do got a special promotional car going around for a particular store regarding the DL Hargener Throwback 164, his Valvoline car. And I'll tell you guys what that store is if you guys continue watching this video. But we're going to get to all of this latest info and more as the NASCAR Diecast news starts right now. But before we do that, guys, let's take a look at the best-selling diecasts that were from last week's video. Alright guys, so let's start off the NASCAR Diecast news. Let's get on with your newly released diecast from our good friends at Miami Sales and or K-State Diecast. And I'm going to go in numerical order because organization is the key to success. And we're going to start things out with Austin Dillon's American Ethanol 164. Now, I did talk about this car a little news back, but if you guys didn't comment to that, I bet you guys are wondering, wasn't this car canceled in both scales? It was, but Lionel did uphold it. This is like the third time they've done it this year, so pretty rare out of all the chances, you know, with all the major, huge list of cancellations they got on the DMP form. But yeah, but I did notice there is a change to this. They are promoting the E15 on the hood, so that's new right there. But a little bit of a difference, unlike last year, a lot more green to it, which is fairly interesting. I probably would say it's a better buy over last year's car since has a much more vibrant paint scheme to it. And yeah, oh my god, this is gonna be a yawn fest right here on this show. Late night NASCAR Diecast news, some late night editing as well. God, getting all my words mixed up. But next we got, I believe it is a Kevin Harvick car, his Budweiser Darlington throwback car, which I have to say, man, this car is selling. This car is, I think it's probably going to be a pretty highly anticipated car. Especially, you know, with Budweiser, with the news they had of them leaving next year and going to Busch. But I'm sure one of my good friends, PWP2933, is gonna love this. And so any major Harvick fans out there, this is definitely a recommendation to get this car, because, you know, it can't get any more better than, you know, seeing a gold Budweiser car. The little retro look we got going on for Kevin Harvick. So very interesting car. Like I said, I love these throwbacks, and this one definitely a must for Harvick fans. Alright, and the next one is yet another Darlington throwback car. It is Tony Stewart's car, and a lot of people are wondering why this car has that throwback look. Well, I found out info about this. This is actually for Tony Stewart's Bass Pro Shops boat car, boat that he has. Wow, I didn't know boats were cars. Silly me. But yeah, it was I think a tribute for like Tony Stewart's boat or something like that, because I saw the tribute of this. And so I mean, it's kind of cool seeing all these throwback cars have meaning to it. It's not just all about freaking you know, just cars. I mean, I guess it's about, you know, personal stuff too. So fairly interesting, but I do like the little retro look they got going on. Even the contingencies sponsors are have a throwback vibe to it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this Southern 500. It's going to be a very interesting race with all the throwback scenes we got. And the next one, I'm going to try to be not as biased as I can. Oh, who am I kidding? Carl Edwards' Subway car. Two things I like: Carl Edwards and Subway. But not some people don't like this car. People think this was a big downfall, unlike last year's. But you know, I like this new look, and it matches his fire suit. His fire suit was always black, and there was rarely any black on his 99 car. But now they're matching now. But you know, some people like me don't mind plainness. People think this looks like a generic test car. But you know what? I'm probably just gonna buy a heck. I'm even gonna buy the 124. Plus, for any major Carl Edwards fans out there, you should get this car because it did won this paint scheme at the 600, which unfortunately is which I'm really mad about. Is a 600 win did not got made, which, you know, it's just freaking ridiculous. But you know, gotta live what you can. But I'm finally glad this car came out. And oh my god, I am yawning again. This is going to be a fairly interesting episode. Alright, that's like 3 yawns right there. I'll have to put like a yawn counter. But, yeah. Let's see what else we got right here. Oh yeah, Daniel Schwartz's 18 car. Oh, that was not in numerical order, but oh well. Daniel Schwartz's 18 Aeros car. Same as Carl Edwards' Aeros car, but you know, it's the first Toyota, I think, that came out for that is the first Toyota coming out for the Xfinity cars. So fairly interesting right there. If you're a big fan of the Schwartz or the Xfinity cars, would highly recommend getting this car. Next up, I believe we got, man, we got a lot of cars, so I'm going to try to wrap these up pretty quickly. Joey Logano's Daytona 500 win. Was a great race regardless, although, you know, the finish was kind of but I love race win 164s, and that's probably the only reason I'll get it. Not a big fan of Joey Logano. If you guys are wondering, that is my least favorite driver in NASCAR. But sorry for any Logano fans out there. But yeah, that's mostly all I got to say about that car. Digging the race wins that Lionel's making. Very, very cool. Oh yeah, we also got Jeff Gordon's Penn State car. I talked about that car a couple weeks ago, and it's finally out in regular release now. So if you didn't get a chance to get it when you're at Pocono or Watkins Glen, well, it's finally available. So Jeff Gordon's Penn State car finally available to the public. So that's really cool right there. We also got Cole Witt's Speed Stick gear car, which is probably going to be a very hyped car, especially with all, you know, the Front Row Motorsports and what they've done. They never made a 30. Actually, they did make a 35 car back in 2011, which was Steve Park's old blue car. But it's really cool to see, you know, a Cole Witt car being produced, Front Row Motorsports. So that I'm sure that's why I got highly anticipated, because it's a underfunded car, and loving it when Lionel does that. And yeah, David Gilliland's loves car, same as last year's, but it's on the EL mold. So if you love the EL mold so much, then you should probably get that instead of last year's dreaded WLS mold or PTC, whatever that car was on. But yeah. Now I'm burping. Jesus Lord. I yawned, I burped. Am I gonna fart next? This could be a weird episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, I tell you what. Yeah, we also got a couple 40 cars as well. We got Kyle Larson's Viva Vantage car. If you have not seen David Land's NASCAR 15 videos, highly encourage you to watch them, because I know he definitely likes this car. So that's all I gotta say right there. If David Land approves this car, and if I approve it, then you should probably get it, because it is a very nice car. And we do got some Eric Almirola cars out as well, like his STP throwback car, which is basically the same as, you know, his STP car, but very interesting that they got a throwback vibe to it, probably back in the 60s or 70s where Rich Pay was, you know, dominating fairly well. And we also got his Air Force car. Can't forget that car. I mean, he drove that livery, and actually he drove that paint scheme last year to win the Coca-Cola 400. So might as well get that bad boy to represent that, even though it's 2015 now. But who cares? You could live on from the past. We also got a couple AJ Allmendinger cars as well. We got two new cars that have not been released yet. The Bush's Grilling Beans car, which is kind of bland, but you know, it's good to give some variety. I believe these are the only Allmendinger cars that are out for this year. The Clorox car got canceled, but we also got his Kroger USO car, which is really awesome. I like the little American tribute it has with the red, white, and blue stripes and all that. I like that car a lot. I probably highly recommend getting that car if you're an AJ Allmendinger fan. Probably my favorite AJ Allmendinger car for this year. And I believe we got, can't forget, good old Junior. We got his Baja Blast car that's finally out. So if you're a big fan of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, got to get that car. I mean, hell, I'm not so much of a soda drinker anymore, but yeah. And we also got yet another race win that came out fairly early. I mean, Zeus Jr. His Dale Jr.'s Talladega win 164, which is so we already got 3 race wins out already. Very nice of Lionel for doing that. But this is a lot more different than his Bud Dual win, which had all the speedy dry on that on the hood of that car. But now on this hood, we got some good old confetti. There's nothing more I like than good old confetti on race win 164s. That's why I love 164s so much. They're cheap, efficient, and I guess you could say good quality. But that's mostly does it for I almost said the NASCAR Diecast news. Silly me. Oh god, this episode's going wonderful. All the little mishaps are going on. But yeah, that is mostly it for the newly released Diecast. But we are going to go ahead and skip the pre-orders. I'm sorry we're doing that, guys, but we have a lot of other stuff to talk about. So if you guys do want more info on the pre-orders, follow us on our Instagram and Facebook. We always post a good amount of info on the pre-orders. But we're going to the cancellations now, and can't get any more better than that. Let's start off with the Mike Coogan car. Austin Dillon's Mike Coogan Seeds car, and unfortunately we're not going to see a wonderful review of that car. If you guys have not know what I'm talking about, go to last year's go to Race Day 2011's channel and look up the Mike Coogan car, and you'll see why I'm doing that little phrase. But very disappointing. I mean, just like the Zest car, I mean, it's one of those cars that the diecast community like me and Rob get so excited about, and then it gets canceled like that. So, man, that sucks. I guess red is not really best color. I do prefer last year's car, though. I mean, I don't know. This change was just a little They kind of reversed colors, which was kind of Yeah. Next up, we got Bubba Wallace's Bleachers Report car, and yeah, I mean, this was kind of car, you know, as soon as it came out in pre-orders, like, yeah, this could be canceled because that car isn't really that recognizable, and it's sad to see another Bubba Wallace car go, but I can confirm this right now, his SpongeBob car did made it, and his Ford EcoBoost car, so we are going to get a Bubba Wallace car produced, like I said. Ross Kenseth's debut car that he drove in the Xfinity Series, very surprising to see this car got canceled in both scales. I mean, Ross Kenseth put off one hell of performance when he drove that car. I forgot where he drove it at, but he did good regardless. But unfortunately, the people spoken and they didn't pre-order. I guess not that much recognition. I mean, it's Matt Kenseth's son. That's kind of sad, but you know, it's what it is. And this one I wasn't really surprised about. It is Kyle Larson's Clorox Wipes car. Same as last year's, but you know, I mean, this one could have probably had white wheels on the car, which last year's didn't because it was on the PTC mold. And when they have a mold like that, it doesn't color the wheels. But I can see why they canceled it, because it's the same as last year's. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like the scheme, but it's gonna be one of those schemes that I like, oh yeah, I like it, and then over time be like, oh god, change it please, you know. That's how it was with the Hamlin cars and the McMurray's McDonald's car, and Dale Jr.'s Mountain Dew car. Goodness gracious, that car needs to change severely. Come on, Mountain Dew, think of something. Okay, getting really off topic here. And the final cancellation is yet another Chris Buescher car. Our only hope now is just the Chris Buescher Ford, Ford Roush Performance car. That's the only Chris Buescher car available. I mean, let's just say, I mean, I think either Lionel just doesn't like Chris Buescher, or he just does not get that much pre-orders. I'm very surprised not seeing. I'd be damned if we could get if this could be the second year in a row we're not gonna get a Chris Buescher car, because people aren't just pre-ordering. We only got one shot, guys, left. Alright, so if you guys do want to get a Chris Buescher car made, I highly encourage pre-order the hell out of that Roush Performance car. Otherwise, it's gonna be another year where you're gonna suffer not getting a freaking Chris Buescher car. But yeah, that's gonna be all with the cancellations, and we're gonna go to a little short break. But when we return, guys, we are going to talk about the other two topics. So see you guys in a bit.
Happy, 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 happy. I'm so happy today.
I bet you're wondering, why is this clown so happy? Well, come on down to the IRA Racing website to figure out now. That's www.iraracing.weebly.com.
Oh, stupid piece of crap phone.
Hello everyone, I'm Will Power. I'm driver number 12 Verizon Chevrolet. Yeah, I look like Robbie Noonan, but you know, I ain't Robbie Noonan, you know, the smart that comes on here, you know, comes on these races, he always commentates, always says about shit about Will Power and Penske Racing. Well, let me tell you guys, I'm here to advertise your Verizon phones. Let me tell you something, guys, I've been using this cheap ass shit that Dario drives, now T-Mobile crap. Let me tell you guys, you know, I go on this phone, I have to open up the text chat, you know, I gotta look for all these different types of servers, you know, I only get 2 megabytes of data, and the phone battery, oh my god, it's worse than Dario's phone for Pete's sakes, you know. That's why I use Verizon smartphones, the new iPhone from Verizon, where you get 16 gigabytes of data, unlimited talk, unlimited text, all for a low price of $99.99 a month, with a 2-year contract. But if you go on Verizon.com right now and type the code R.I.P rules, you get a generous 20% off coupon sponsored by me, Will Power, and get yourself a free hero card. So what do now? Go on Verizon.com right now and purchase your iPhone today. Robbie told you to. I'm Will Power. Drive number 12 Verizon Chevrolet.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the NASCAR Diecast News. Like I said, this episode is in tribute for Justin Wilson. So, yep, and I just recently farted, just wonderful. I guess we're going to get some entertainment out of this episode as well. So, trying to lighten the mood after all that's happened here. But now we're going to get on to, probably the latest news from Spin Master, alright, and that's going to be on the, there we go again, god. Oh my god, this is going so great, so many fails. My body functions is going off today like crazy. I guess lesson learned to not freaking do NASCAR Diecast News episodes at night. Okay, getting way off topic here, but yeah, what was I talking about before this little interruption? Yes, latest news from Spin Master. Yes, we got some news on Wave 4. What cars are going to be on for Wave 4, and I'll just give a little preview at that. But on Wave 4, guys, for Spin Master, confirmed on Twitter that looks like we're going to have the Kevin Harvick Diecast car, which, you know, I was expecting that. I was going to expect that car very soon, because they mostly did every car he mostly has. Is Jimmy John's, his Outback car. Of course, they can't do Budweiser, because it's beer, and beer's bad for kids. But yeah, that's gonna be one I might get probably. Also get Jimmy Johnson's Lowe's car, which is, you know, it's Jimmy Johnson, it's gonna sell, so no surprise right there. Jeff Gordon's 3M car, you know, it's Jeff Gordon, like I said, that's gonna sell like crazy. So yes, 3M car, that's gonna be a hot seller right there. Looks like it's gonna be I think this is Dale Jr.'s Tax Slayer car, the 88, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, they gotta have a junior car in every freaking wave. They got to. Otherwise, it ain't gonna sell. It just ain't gonna sell. I mean, NASCAR's most popular driver. You just got to. But this is cool. I mean, I wonder if his Tax Slayer car is gonna be an Xfinity car or a Nationwide car. But probably an Xfinity car, because the Chase Elliott car is an Xfinity car for last wave. This one I'm really excited about. Martin Truex Jr.'s Furniture Row car. I'm definitely getting that. Not only it's an underfunded car, but Martin Truex Jr. is my second or third favorite driver. But that's pretty awesome to see an underfunded car, especially, you know, Front Row Motorsports, even more underfunded than JTG Daughtry Racing. So awesome right there. And the other two, yeah, you know, I think this could be kind of cool. Jamie Murray Cessna, I mean, they made his McDonald's car last year, so it's cool they changed it up right here. And Tony Stewart's Rush Truck Center, so another Tony Stewart car they haven't made yet. They made all of his other cars except for the Rush Truck Center's car, so I understand for that. But the cars I'm probably highly recommending, I'm probably definitely going for that Truex car. Maybe some other ones, maybe like the Kevin Harvick Diecast car, and I think if I had to choose a third one, maybe just either Gordon's 3M or Junior's Tax Slayer, to be honest. But pretty excited for this, and I'm hoping Wave 3 comes out very shortly, because Spin Master's a little inaccurate. They said that technically Wave 3 should be out by now, but it's been a good month or so after that news. And Wave 4, who knows what's going to happen with them, but I'm hoping we get something soon. Something, either Wave 3 or Wave 4, because the hype train is definitely upon us for Spin Master for sure. But also that's going to be available. I mean, if you guys are familiar with Spin Master, they're usually available at mostly Walmart's. Well, let's just say Walmart's having a little promotion that's starting on August 31st. But some stores have got this promotion a little earlier. But if you guys haven't got it yet, it will be on the week of August 31st. And basically what they're doing, if you buy a they're doing a little promotion if you buy, and I quote, let's see, a 5-quart jug of Valvoline oil, it comes with a free, and I mean free, die-cast car of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s retro Darlington throwback car, the Valvoline car, that was just, announced a good, couple weeks ago. And the 124 is going to be made, but this is the only way to get the 164. You have to go to your local Walmart, and it's only at Walmart because the roof sponsor on that car is Walmart, and I think Walmart and Valvoline are doing this promotion. But I did check my local Walmart. I didn't have any luck yet, but if you guys did find luck, I mean, feel free to send us pictures, and who knows, maybe you'll have it on here on the NASCAR Diecast News for the next episode, so you can show off right there. But yeah, pretty cool that I know some people are not going to like that, because this is going to be about $16 at the least, somewhere in between that, between $15 and $20, depending where it varies. But and if you like, if you know how to change oil in your car, this is a good deal right here. You got, your oil and your die-cast. I mean, I say that's one hell of a deal right there. I mean, can't get any better than that. But that's really cool that, Lionel and Valvoline and Walmart decided to put something like that. Hey, this is probably one thing I give credit for Walmart for doing something right. But I'm sure not too many people are happy for this, because, there are some people who don't like when this stuff happens, but it's got a special box, and there's nothing cooler than having an own special box of its own. Very interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting this car, and I hope I get some luck soon once the 31st hits. And let's hope, man. Let's just hope. But other than that, guys, this has been the NASCAR Diecast News. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, give it a good comment, like. If you guys haven't already, subscribe for more on the NASCAR Diecast News or anything NASCAR Diecast out there. Like I said, rest in peace, Jay Will, and this episode's for you, man. All right, this is all for Justin Wilson, and that's all we're gonna be thinking about. I don't even think I'm even gonna monetize this video at all, just for Justin Wilson. So that's about it, guys. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys next time here on the NASCAR Diecast News for any more of your latest NASCAR Diecast news to come. So long, everybody, and rest in peace, Badass Wilson. Rest in peace, buddy.